Does Netflix have a political, social, and cultural agenda to promote lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender content to the masses and children?
Netflix has no political agenda of any kind. I would tell you that.
Well, then why is your children's program so full of this highly sexualized, highly controversial agenda? I don't understand it. It seems strange to me.
Respectfully, sir, it's because it's inaccurate. We have millions of hours of children's programming.
You're saying it's not there. You don't have trans. You don't feature trans characters, trans storylines, trans themes. It's not in your programming.
I'm saying we feature a wide variety of stories and programs to meet a wide variety of people's tastes.
Why does almost half of it? Why does almost half of your children's program feature this highly controversial, highly sexualized material? That just seems strange to me. It can't possibly be a reflection of the population.
Sir, I don't have any idea where that number would come from or what that would be. I don't believe that's been your personal experience, but I can't speak to that.
We all know that the media landscape is changing right before our eyes, and we're at the turning point, a defining period in the middle of a cultural war. This possible deal with Netflix acquiring Warner Bros. Discovery is bigger than just a sale. It's really at stake in this moment. Who's going to be empowered to decide whether we have too much or not enough LGBT representation? The clip we just watched was the CEO of Netflix at the antitrust hearings for whether Netflix should be able to acquire Warner Bros. Discovery. And whenever we see these hearings, we always see politicians who drag it because clearly there's not LGBT elements in 50% of children programming on Netflix. For a senator to be at such a high-stake hearing and to be throwing out random percentages and numbers and figures that don't even make sense is crazy. Situating his argument on protecting kids or making it about children is very intentional. The reason I'm even making this video is because when we see content on this app or other platforms where people saying there's too much LGBT representation in their media, it's not just people complaining on social media, it's senators and politicians who have the power to make change. It's people who are big in advertisement and sponsorship. It's even CEOs who can come into a company and completely change the direction of what programming is made. For example, when David Zaslav became the CEO of Warner Bros. Discovery, we immediately saw a change in LGBT programming at HBO Max. When he came in, not only was Legendary canceled, but it was removed from the platform. It's one thing to cancel shows get canceled all the time, but to cancel a show and then remove it from the platform is a whole nother story. Generation LGBT teen drama experienced the same fate as Legendary, where it was canceled, removed from the platform, and later to be picked up by Tubi. When I think about this ever-changing media landscape, I do want the platforms, the companies, the CEOs, the thought leaders, the visionaries, and the creatives who are championing diversity and representation to win. I want to see these platforms understand the power of diversity and really value it. We are obviously living in a post-heated rivalry timeline, so more LGBT programming is absolutely coming. But who's in charge of the culture and these companies is going to dictate the quantity and quality that we do receive? Let me know what y'all think in the comments.